Imagine you're living in a small town in Missouri, and one day you notice a strange smell coming from your basement. You go down to check it out, and you find a pile of dirt that's glowing in the dark. You call the authorities, and they tell you that your house is built on top of a former dump site for Monsanto, a chemical company that produced radioactive materials for the Manhattan Project. They also tell you that you and your family are at risk of developing cancer and other diseases from the exposure. What would you do? This is not a fictional scenario, but a real one that happened to hundreds of residents in St. Louis in the 1970s. And it's just one of the many shocking stories that Bartow J. Elmore, a historian and professor at the University of Alabama, reveals in his book Seed Money, Monsanto's Past and Our Food Future. This book is a fascinating and disturbing account of how Monsanto, a chemical company that produced some of the most toxic substances in history, became the world's largest maker of genetically engineered seeds and reshaped the farms that feed us. If you want to learn more about Monsanto's dark secrets, its impact on our health and environment, and its role in our food future, then stay tuned. Monsanto is a name that many people associate with controversy, lawsuits, and protests. But how did this company become so powerful and influential in the first place? That's what Bartow J. Elmore, a historian and professor at the University of Alabama, reveals in his book Seed Money. Elmore spent years researching Monsanto's history, interviewing former employees, and digging up corporate and government records. He shows how Monsanto used seed money derived from toxic products like PCBs and Agent Orange to build an agricultural empire, promising endless bounty through its genetically engineered technology. Elmore tells many shocking stories of Monsanto's past, such as how Monsanto dumped radioactive waste in residential areas, exposing thousands of people to cancer risks. How Monsanto covered up evidence of the harmful effects of PCBs, a chemical used in electrical equipment, on wildlife and human health. How Monsanto developed Agent Orange, a defoliant used in the Vietnam War that caused birth defects, cancers, and environmental damage. How Monsanto created Roundup, a herbicide that became the most widely used weed killer in the world, but also sparked concerns about its safety and its effects on biodiversity and soil health. How Monsanto introduced genetically modified crops that were resistant to Roundup, creating a lucrative market for its seeds and chemicals, but also facing resistance from farmers, consumers, and activists who question the benefits and risks of this technology. Elmore also explores how Monsanto's legacy continues to shape our food future, as Bayer, the company that acquired Monsanto in 2018, faces a tide of lawsuits over Monsanto products past and present. He argues that we need to rethink our relationship with the corporations that control our food system, and demand more transparency, accountability, and sustainability from them. He also offers some hopeful examples of alternative ways of producing and consuming food that are more respectful of nature and human health. So that's my review of Seed Money, Monsanto's Past and Our Food Future by Bartow J. Elmore. I highly recommend this book to anyone who wants to learn more about the history and future of our food system, and the role that Monsanto has played in it. It's a well-researched, well-written, and well-argued book that will make you think twice about what you eat and how it's produced. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more book reviews. And don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you think of this book or any other book suggestions you have for me. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, happy reading.